Hi everybody, and welcome to the audio version of the Exploration Weekly Newsletter, this time for the week of May 28th, 2021. I'm Renee Meredith, the COO of Exploration Group, and I'd like to give a special shout out to Heidi So and Jules Ramos for all their hard work on our newsletter every week. And now, the news. TikTok Radio is coming to SiriusXM as companies join forces to create exclusive audio experiences. TikTok is launching TikTok Radio, a full-time SiriusXM music channel, going live this summer. The station will be available in vehicles and as a streaming channel on the SiriusXM app, desktop, and all connected devices. TikTok Radio will be presented by TikTok creators, tastemakers, and DJs, including influencers like Bella Porch, Christian Shelton, and Nick Tangora. The station will be a part of a new TikTok collaboration with SiriusXM and its subsidiary Pandora to jointly promote emerging talent. In addition, Pandora is launching a TikTok Tastemaster series, a selection of exclusively hosted playlists featuring TikTok creators who will take listeners through their favorite songs with additional commentary. Pandora listeners can also tune into the TikTok Hits playlist featuring recent songs featured and trending on TikTok. Germany passes controversial EU copyright reforms, sparking ire. Germany's parliament approved controversial copyright laws that could make it harder for music rights holders to agree to future license deals with clip-focused sites like TikTok and Triller, in spite of strong objections from labels, artists, and publishers. The reforms passed on May 20th are part of widespread changes to Germany's copyright laws under the European Union's Copyright Directive. The European Parliament approved the directive in 2019, with 27 member states of the European Union giving 2 years to adopt its terms into national law. Those terms include the requirement for platforms that rely on user-generated content, such as YouTube or Facebook, to make best efforts to remove unlicensed content, take concrete steps to ensure it wasn't uploaded again, and reach fair remuneration deals with rights holders. Universal Music's new policy presents a speed bump for royalty sales. Universal Music Group is no longer accepting letters of direction for the sale of royalty streams. That means that investors who have purchased some or all of an artist, producer, engineer, or side performer's revenue stream on a sound recording owned or controlled by UMG will now need to coordinate that payment directly through the artist with whom the label has a deal. The policy does not apply to publishing deals, where the majority of third-party acquisitions have been taking place. The company says that policy does not prevent artists from independently transferring UMG royalties to a third party. It just means UMG will now only pay artists and their creative collaborators, and any investors buying the rights to a percentage of that income will need to come to their own arrangements with the creators to receive the royalties. It is unclear whether the policy will be enforced retroactively against earlier letters of direction. Songwriters demand greater transparency from the Copyright Royalty Board over mechanical rates. Tennessee and Toronto-based Music Creators of North America, an alliance of independent songwriter and composer organizations, just recently issued the mechanical royalty rate-related demand to the Copyright Royalty Board in the form of a more than 1,000-word-long open letter. The message is addressed to the CRB's current 3 judges and signed by the Songwriters Guild of America's president Rick Carnes, as well as MCNA officer and co-chair Ashley Irwin. The organizations emphasize at the start of this letter that they have deep concerns about the Notice of Settlement in Principle filed before the CRB by the major labels and the National Music Publishers Association earlier this year. The stateside statutory mechanical rate for physical product has remained at 9.1 cents per composition and copy since January 1, 2006, with the original 2-cent mechanical rate in one of the most damaging and egregious acts in music industry history having remained in place between 1909 and 1978, the message notes. At the time of this piece's publishing, the CRB hadn't formally addressed the MCNA's demands. NetEase Cloud Music to go public in spin-off listing. NetEase Cloud Music is expected to spin off in a public listing on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. The listing will be for Cloud Village, the operator of NetEase Cloud Music, although NetEase will continue to hold at least 50% of the voting rights in the subsidiary. According to the NetEase filing, its number of monthly active users stands at 180 million in 2020. In the past, the company has preferred to use registered users, more than 800 million, as its main public metric. Last August, NetEase said that it had been seeing triple-digit revenue growth for the streaming service in the previous quarter. That's all for me this week. Thank you all for listening, and don't forget to click subscribe for more great content from Exploration. And as always, don't forget to be kind to each other.